Ignited souls. I think we all know what it's like when you've eaten something that is new to your palate and it is kind of nice, but you're like, not sure. This is what we did. And it's the sort of spiritual meal that we had. I'm trying now to really take it all in. It's so much information. I am really thankful though for the 14 gods that ignite through us and the high priest Aaron, because we have just done about 5 videos or so, and I don't know how soon I'm going to be able to get them uploaded, because I really want to do a good job with putting the information across in a way that can be understood, because we are dealing with numbers, we are dealing with coronavirus, we are dealing with information and examples, and it's just a lot. And so I like to be able to really do the best I can so others can partake of this, make it presentable. So what we did, the exercises we did here, we are talking about the big 5 religions of our world, and we have looked at Judaism, Islam, Buddhism, Christianity, and Hinduism. So we've looked at these, and what we did, we found the numerical values, added all these together, gave us 31. 3 plus 1, we noticed 31 had been a number that had been so prevalent in the cycles. If we did the numerical value for 31, then it gives number 8. Of course, number 8 is that which we are really occupied with, because it represents Mother Eve. Mother Eve letters, where I have been talking about for the past 3 years or so. I still haven't gone through the videos yet to get, there are quite a few videos, but to really say when Mother Eve has been calling us home. If you get any of my videos like that, or Mother Eve has been calling us home, or the prodigal son, or whatever, or forgiveness, any of those things, is really always about Mother Eve calling us, or the letters of the letters of the gods rather. The letters of the gods actually show something very deep as well. But basically, or the said God, anything about the said God has been the God of woods, who is calling us home, calling. She says, come, because I want to give you the instruction so you know what to do to create man in your own image, after your likeness. And so this is what has Mother Eve had been calling us to do. Now everybody is in a position of creating after their kind. But if you didn't have the specs, so to speak, and you are without knowledge or wisdom, you are only going to create after what you are. And so this is what has happened. So anyway, we have looked at the big 5. Now this is what I do as I'm intuitively guided to do. And we see the correlation of 31 has actually matched perfectly when Mother Eve says in her 8th Latin with the word us. So basically, the word us, which I feel I'm going to have to do other videos on that, which I've showed as well, but just to really refresh, the word us equals 31. And when she says, let us make man, she is really saying that there is a new people ready to be created. And when we do the numerical value for us, as I say, it could be 17, or it could also be, which is 8, or it could be seen as 9. If you did the numerical value for the numbers separately, 3 would be 11, and 1 would be 7. Adding this together would be 9. 9 is really like a new beginning. So we would have ended on 8, because we are creating, and we So it's showing us. So it would be the reverse to that B. This is where we would be coming out of that B column. It's like a beehive, and there's so much to be talking on this. But this is not clear because I've been handling it. But this is what I have been talking about. That the letters are contracts. So we are the result of a contract, just like Hanson Robotics, who have had the contract or whatever to create Sophia. And of course now, Sophia has the citizenship of Saudi Arabia. So we can see that this is how we ourselves came about. Nothing is new under the sun. We are creating after our likeness. That's what Mother Eve calls us to do, to be creative. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 lettings here. And the last one here was, let the earth bring forth living creatures, that which have life, or whatever it is that was said afterwards. But on the 8th one, she says, let us make man. Now, this is the most important four words, just as in the first letting of Genesis of chapter 1, verse 3, when she says, let there be light. These were 4 letters. So we see the number 4 is really like foundational. Let there be light. And this also had, let's see how many letters were there. This is 5. Okay, 3 plus 5 is 8. And 2, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 15 actually resonates right here, which is something new. So 15, 5, 10, 15, right in the middle of numbers 1 to 9. When Mother Eve says, let there be light, there were 15 letters. Of course, these 15 letters added to the numerical value of 12. 1 plus 2 is 3. This is where Judaism, of course, has come under. It's like saying, okay, we are lucky. It's like you have the light on or you feel lucky. And that's where it has been on the 3 right here. And of course, that 3 has completed. It has completed a cycle from 1 to 3, because 3 is not of its own. It consists of number 1 and it consists of number 2, and so it becomes 3. This is it here. And so we see adding this together gives us 6. And that is how the cycles of the 666 goes along. Let us make man, or let there be light was 12. 1 plus 2 is 3. That's it here. And of course, we see 9, as we spoke about on the 3, is 9. Okay, 3 is a 9. Okay, we'll get on to this. I don't want to really stray from the point. I really want to show you that Mother Eve was doing a new thing here. This new thing as well has another numerical value. As it has 15, it also has 11, which is where Christianity is really showing. This book is written just to the T in this sense. So 5 plus 6 is 11. Jesus was 11 in this sense. And of course, 15 is 6. But we see that Christ is 5. And when you do the numerical value for the word 5, it comes to 6, as 15 does. So this is all coinciding. Okay, so when we do this, this is what Mother Eve has said, let us make man. And we see this also comes to the numerical value, I feel, which is 1, 4, that's 5, and 6, and make, I think, let's just do it quickly, just to make sure that I've given you the right thing. So this is 1, let us, US, this is 4, this is 1, and make is 5, and 5, 10 plus 2 is 12, so this is 12 is 3. Okay. So you get what I mean right here. So basically, what we have been seeing here is there is a strong correlation, and I have been doing quite a lot of videos lately, and I just felt that I needed to go back to numerology, although I do tarot readings, but I just felt I had to go back to numerology, and I wasn't aware that this was going to be so phenomenal. So basically, this five, the big five, we have found out they are not separate as we would want to think they are. They are really a hand. They are the fingers, and they are working together. So it's like you're able to pick something up. You're able to hold something with two fingers, for instance. So there are two fingers that worked well together. And so we see that the gods worked in pairs. However, on something we did, when we did the overall, we added, I hope you will watch the videos that we did where we show the numerical value of each religion and the number of letters. So for Judaism, for instance, we had the number 3, and for Christianity we had 5. For let's see, let's get this. I'm gonna have to look this way. And for Hinduism we had 6, and for Buddhism we had 7, and for Islam we had 5. So let's add this together. I don't recall whether I did this before. This is 12, and 12, 24, 25, 26. This is really incredible, people. This is really forming the emblem of infinity, and that is really to say that this is the whole. This is a whole template, and this is why now for a new creation, this is what Mother Eve was saying. For instance, you need to birth something else, because this is like a set that needed to be broken. It's like you have 2 cups, and one breaks, you need to get another set. You don't go just getting one, you need to get a set. This is two zeros, so I have done numerical values on 2 zeros. So this is what we did. We have actually done the numerical value for each of these. Why am I doing this? And it's coming up like this, whereas we are, of course, as well, we are in 2020. And the word 20 gives us 8. Of course, that is also telling us we are setting a new template. This is a new template, and we have done everything we have done with this has been going back to 8. If we did the word 8, of course, it gives us 31. This is where we are talking about this 31 has been so prevalent. 31 or 8, it's the same thing, and it's coming up to the number 4. 31, 3 plus 1 is 4, which is coinciding with the foundation here, as we have been talking about the river, or I was going to say the children of Israel in the wilderness for 40 years. Noah for 40 days. Jesus prayed for 40 days and 40 nights. And I will tell you, with all these 40s, actually, if we look very well, we will see they don't only correlate with the word 40, but the numerical value would show us more, as in prayer and fast and in the wilderness and so on. So we have this here. We also added the numerical value for the word form here, which actually gives us 37. 3 plus 7 is 10. Now 10, actually, if we did a numerical value for the word perfect, perfect does not mean, like we say, good. It's perfect is that it is a word, although good is 5, and say good would be yeah, but perfect is like something is in the right equilibrium to set something up. The ingredients are right. The ingredients are right. They are perfect for that which must be. So we have this template here, which I feel you can see from here, is setting things perfect to get the foundation that is necessary, just as we have right now in 2020. 2020, 2 plus 2 is really setting a new foundation. Okay, so we have looked at a lot of different aspects of this, and this is like mind blowing, mind blowing. So here we, what I really want to show here, because that was the intention for this last video for tonight. Okay, all right, is that so we have seen how the numerical values all come up to 8, but what we did is that we looked at each religion's numerical value. Let's put it expression number, and we looked at the expression number that correlates with the gods. So for instance, Christianity resonates with 3 gods, the made gods. So let's just put C for Christianity there. So we'll have C for Christianity, and Christianity had, of course, the numerical value, as we said, of 5. We'll put 5 in brackets. Okay, but 5, of course, was 3 of the gods, and each 5 comes to 24, which the last number or numerical number is 6. And made God, which is also 24, gives us 6. And then we had the last ended God, which also is 5 and gives us 6. So basically, Christianity have 666. I know Christianities have been, or Christian have been talking more about 666 than any other people. It's like it just reminds me about the text that says, before you point or something, take off the beam of whatever is in your eye. And I don't mean to offend, but it's an understanding about 666 that we have not really digested. And I think it is so important that we understand that. We have been looking at things. If we look through numerology, we'll be able to understand the scriptures much better than reading all the stories that has been written in numerology on that it has been to lose you. If it was that simple, the whole book wouldn't be asking you to seek wisdom, seek wisdom, seek wisdom. Because everything would just be there as to take things literal as people are doing. Okay. Then we have Judaism. Let's just do the other one that came like it's Islam came just as Islam, surprisingly, in this sense, we could say, but wouldn't Christianity have something to say about Islam here? Oh my, this is really interesting. Then we have Islam, Judaism, Hinduism. So we have Hinduism, and this Hinduism is they had 4. Hinduism had the said God, which is 6, and of course the overall number is 7. So we say it's 7. Okay, and the number before was 6. Okay, 6, not 4. That's what we put in bracket because these were the numbers. And so we have 7. Okay, and we have Buddhism. So we have B. And Buddhism was 7, of course. And then we had to see, of course, which of the gods 7 Buddhism as 7 correlates with. So there we have the said God, which is the saw God, and the formed God. We can see, of course, you saw something, you give it a new form. Whenever you saw it, you give it a new form. So they match perfectly. Just like the made God, of course, you make something or it is made. The made God and the moved God. You move something, you make it something out of it, and ended God. You end, of course, when you move, there must be an end as well. Okay, so the Buddhism has the saw God, which of course equals 2 here. So we see 7 which has 20, but it comes to 2. So basically we are dealing with this now. So this is 2, but it's 2 7, so it's another 2. Okay. And then we have the other one, the last one would be Judaism. So Judaism had a numerical value of 3, the overall number of 3. So 3, it has the divided God, which comes to 2, just like the one we've just done. So 3, and then it also with the blessed God, which also has 2. So there is 2, 2, 2. So adding this together, this is what I found very interesting as well. So we have 3 6s are 18, so 1 plus 8, okay, 18. So this is 9. 18, this is 9. And of course we have 7 here, and 2 plus 2 is 4, and 2 plus 2 is 4. Okay, and adding this together now, 9 and 9, 18. So we'll have 19, 20, 29, 33. This is it, 33. Yeah, this is how we discover the 6 gods or the 6 entities or creation in Genesis of chapter 2. So I'm finding this really interesting. My battery is showing 15 minutes low as well, which is 1 plus 5 is 6. This is what I mean about synchronicity as well. So it really is a wonderful thing when you are seeing or being in flow, and really things are being revealed so beautifully and so deliciously. And it's all about being in alignment as well, being true to yourself, and just following your path, and things just seem to light up. So this is what we discovered, and I just felt that I had to recap on this and really I mean, the 666 is really making me smile a bit as well, because I was like, wow. And as I have explained my own take on 666 as well. So everything, what is important for us to note, everything is in pairs or comes in pairs. And what I had done before in all the other videos, I was asking myself, for instance, has Buddhism with the number 8 showing as if they had the template, or they had the template, or in fact, I was asking the questions because everything just seems so spot on. Do they have the template? Because it is almost like a little bit difficult to see the beginning and the end, because they're so close together. But what we are seeing right here with the said God, Hinduism is actually, perhaps in this sense, really ready to take on this new template, because the word 7, if we did the word 7, for instance, it equals SEVEN, it equals 20. So this would be the next 20. Of course, like the word death as well, DEATH, also equals 20. And it's like the word rock, like when Christ said, upon this rock I will build my church. So we are talking about 20. 20 is the cycle. As I said, 20 is also setting a new template, which looks like this. And this is what we are talking about. So everything else we see here is really helping us. The 33, this is the new Genesis we are talking about here. Oh, I just wish I could really explain this to the world. Okay, so there we are, Genesis. No matter how you look at it, the Genesis equals 33. 33. People equals 33. Let's put it here. Let us make man. And this came, let us make man was it 9 or 11? I'm trying to remember. So number of letters is 3. 4 and 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 is free. Okay. And so person, person, this is what we are doing. This equals 33. And people, people, equals 33. And this is why Christ tell you to believe, Believe, because in believe has a lot. It has Eve in it. There's a lie in it in the middle as well, right here. Okay, so this also equals 33. Okay, so it's just giving you the essence of the vibration that we have impacted or embarked on, and it's 33. And Christ died at 33. This is it right here. This is it right here, people. This is it. Christ died at 33, meaning all this was is happening here to encapsulate the new creation. And of course, the word 6, just to encapsulate this is where we're going to end. The word 6, because 3 plus 3 is 6. And no matter how you look at it, 6 equals 16. 1 plus 6 is 7. Okay, so I can't, well, I shouldn't say can't, but I sometimes don't do the numbers because of time, and I am believing that if you are watching this, you would have the basic idea of how the numbers work. If you really want to orient yourself with all this, you can watch my video on Introduction to Numerology by Crime Queen, of course, but there are lots more on YouTube. And of course, because I go in depth with the numbers, and so of course, if you like diving deep, check out Crime Queen. Okay, well, thank you for watching. Oh, this is just so, I thought this was going to be like a 5-minute explanation, but when the doors are open, you just have to go through. Okay, so I thank you, and really share, enjoy, or share whatever it is. But I feel this is something that needs to be told, needs to be understood, and it's just really amazing and so delicious. Stay ignited.